Howdy, everybody. How are we doing this wonderful evening? Hey, Recon and Glubtubies. Oh my god, it's Glubtubies. And Coprator. And anybody else happens to come by, welcome. Okay, so on the advice of somebody, not going to say who, they knew who they are. Oh my god, oh, never mind, here he is. Hey, Poncho, welcome. Yeah, so on the advice of Poncho Hamster, we're going to do something a little more, I don't know, basic, maybe not quite so. Also, I forgot to plug in my earbuds. It might have some sound bleed over as it plays. There we go. Hey, Coprator, yes, welcome. I've been good. So I spent most of last week sick as a dog. I had a sinus infection. And then I basically got better about Thursday-ish. And so that was really like the last week, mostly. Make a green screen in that room would be useful for your vids. Oh, in this room? Yeah, I guess I could. This little area, I don't know that I want to reveal what I intend to do with this just yet. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This is more of a mini game than an actual, like, project. So don't pay too much attention to this place. This is more for fun. This is going to be something of a run and shoot game of sorts. We may or may not have beacon effects involved. We'll find out. It depends on what I think I want to do with it. But yeah, I decided I wanted to make this little carved into the rock area. We'll get to all this here in a minute. Obviously, we have escaped the Jack rooms, which is still, you know, a perfectly good game. Still down there. Still works. You know, haven't really messed with it in a while. It feels weird not to mess with escape the Jack rooms. And in a moment, I'm going to run up to the surface and show you guys this connecting tunnel here. That connecting tunnel, oh, that reminds me. That connecting tunnel, you got clickbaited, I thought 2BT box castle? No, stick around a moment. There's a box castle, I promise. Just stick around a moment. Let me just put these up on the wall. This is the last thing I was going to do before I run off and go show you the museum. Because that's what the box castle will be. And in all honesty, I feel like that box castle design really lends itself toward something like a museum. You know, that's the sort of architecture a museum enjoys. Ah, fuck. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Now, you might be able to see when you're down here. You might be able to see up in there there's some stuff, but that's just sort of going to be part of the game. I'm not going to... This will be more for us playing and living here on the base. So don't, like, read too deeply into it. I've kind of begun to fall in love with smooth quartz. Anyway, so this incredibly long tunnel and this very large transitory area leads me to my newest creation, the Museum of Oddities and Eccentricities. And this is where I have acquired and stored away all the lovely museum pieces that one can find on 2B2T. Cody Smile Mapart is loading. English motherfucker, do you speak it? This is what peak performance looks like. Some sort of weird third eye something or another, I don't know. A cat. Dracula, don't mean shit to me. The Earth, welcome to 1 million, and more shit than I could ever reasonably... I think this was like... So I went to a Mapart meeting during February. There was a Mapart meeting back at that time. And it was something about like the sheer number of Maparts. I could barely handle them all. But I managed to get some pretty good pieces. Like this one of Fern. Whoa. This one of Fern from Freeren. If you've watched Freeren. Like, I just love the purples and the hues in her hair and how it, like, balances out. It's really beautiful. This Godzilla poster, Shin Gojira, looks really fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. And just some other, miscellaneous things that have come around. Like for example, I got THC free. He brought 2 shulkers, two black shulker, or no, it was a black shulker and a red shulker. That was it. And the black shulker contained the spades and the clubs, and the red shulker contained the hearts and the diamonds. And so he'd made all of these, which to be fair, it's not really difficult to make these. These are fairly simple map arts, but they're really cool. And so I was like, yeah, this is what I want. But I obviously don't want to just play like poker or whatever with them. I wanted to display them. And I felt like this just worked, this just worked. Where the Wild Things Are. Who had this picture book as a kid? I know I did. This is a very old story, as it turns out. I think this is the Argentinian flag. Yeah, something like that. Like bunches and bunches of crazy shit. This is a Metroid themed. It's more styled after Metroid Prime. But like, yeah, I can tell. I get the references. Like there's Samus's ship from Metroid Prime. There's that's the door design from Metroid Prime. There's Metroid Prime, the final boss of that game, in the background there. Lots of crazy, creepy stuff. Metroid's a good series to make maps out of. If you're going to make map art, I think that's a great place to start. And then on this wall, I intend to, because I didn't do this with the 2B2T times, and I'm kicking myself for not having done this. I've stumbled across Wine Child's parody pamphlet, I don't know what you'd call it, parody joke thing, where like he's basically showing off, hey, this is stuff that's happening, except not really, it's just a joke. Like all of it's just a joke. It's all tongue-in-cheek. You can pause it and read it for yourself if you want, but like it's a collector's item in a way, So I locked that one, I believe. Yeah, these are the locked versions. So these are the archived versions I'm going to keep. And obviously I hope Winechild keeps updating it so I have a large wall of those. And maybe one day I can, I don't know, barter for all the old 2B2T times things that I missed. It's really a damn shame. But, oh well. Shop. I got to admit, that's decent, like, tag art for shops. That's not terrible. I'm not going to like buy from your shop, but I like the map art. I like that they put that much effort in. Honorable Ronin, this is his swamp. You're just living in it. How do you transport so many shulkers in map art meetings? You get as much shit on your hotbar as you can. You take all your crap out of your ender chest before you go to the meeting, and you toss all your stuff in your ender chest, and then you have a bunch of stuff in your main body, and then you hope and pray that one pearl is enough to get you back and forth to grab everything in one shot. That's more or less what you try. If you get lucky, you get to escape with it all. Hey, Universum, welcome. Adding more voids to the Jack rooms? No, that is a secret. Well, not really a secret, but it's like a third side sort of. This is going to be a completely different run and gun mini game where we run around and shoot bows at each other while we have speed 2 and maybe regen as well. Speed 2 and Regen 1, I think. And we'll just run around this nice little area that I made up, and then there's going to be more stuff. I just wanted to use this space for stuff. Like, that's it. And so this is going to be a completely different sort of thing. And yeah, don't worry about that area, though. That area will be more private. I don't know that we'll ever show off us playing that game, but we might. I don't know. And then Andres has been making these this series of maps called Baroness. Like, there are a bunch of them. They're all called Baroness, and they're a different color. There's, like, blue, red, purple, and yellow, and green. I managed to finally acquire them, Andres. So if you see this, I need whichever Baronesses you've made that I haven't hung up here, I guess. Hey, Top Hat, welcome. Jack FPS Arena. Something like that. We'll all be using, like, Power 1 bows or some shit. Run around naked, shoot each other. I think it'll be fun. Just as a, oh yeah, this was Baroness Purple. Can't show it too close, but yeah. I think there is a little NSFW here. I don't know. I don't want to like risk it because that one's big. This one, however, is absolutely amazing. Riamez 8 did the red dragon, which, judging by the legs, I'd say he's a man, but then he's like part dragon as well. I don't know what this is like trying to say, if there's a message here, or if this is like from something and so it's an allusion to that. I don't know. Japanese vending machine. I'm a sucker for vending machine map arts. There's already like 2 other vending machine map arts. So this is honestly like really fucking fun. I love this. Oh my god, Pale Blue Zebra. Thank you for 1 year, man. Holy hell, it's been 12 months. Yikes. Yes, this museum is great. I worked hard on it. I scrounged up a fuck ton of gravel. Copperator helped. The guy I got stuff from, I got map art from Peepo yesterday, and he's going to give me the remaining missing bits. Yes, time does fly. I agree. I think I've seen this map art in total. It's like a map art. I think it's a cat. This sexy son of a bitch is fucking super hot chicks. And I don't know if there's more to it than that, if it's a simple 2x2 or if it's larger. But it's like a joke, basically. And so whatever. Geralt of Rivia. I know that's a Witcher reference. I don't know anything about The Witcher, so I'm not gonna say much on that. This one's beautiful. The Mother by Frank Dixie. So I assume that's the original artist who actually, because this is clearly a painting, who actually painted it. Although if his name is actually named Dick C, God, that's unfortunate, but what can you do? And then Last Cat is the one who... Last Cat's done a ton of map arts. I don't know them, but I know they do a lot of stuff. And then I was also given a few shulkers that said Randar on them, and then had a bunch of like coordinates and was in an item series, so like a named or a numbered item in a series, and then like this is on the second row, the first one down, something like that, and then it's just a bunch of people's names, and then material types, and then numbers. So what the hell is the Randar map? I don't get it, but I just decided instead of tacking it all together as one giant collage, I've just broken it up into the names and the numbers, but in like no discernible relation to each other. And so I'm just like, fuck it, they can all just go here. And then this is obviously like the most pretty map. This is just so colorful. It's so good. Crow the Best. 2.2 by Crow the Best. And then M1V Riddy GD. I have no idea. Is that a person? Like, what even is this? Rafer. I don't know what that is. Whatever. Yeah, that's a really good one. I like that. Apparently there was some sort of a chessboard at one point, which, you know, cool. Map art chess sounds pretty neat. Don't know that I care to play chess on a map art. I think banners serve that better. But what do I know? Also, actually, wouldn't map art chess get really tall and really annoying to play? I don't know. I still say banner chessboard would be quicker and easier. We got our Starry Night. Everybody's got Vincent van Gogh on the mind. And then, of course, everybody's favorite, Temple OS. Public domain operating system, trivial solutions. Tip of the day. You can adjust the mouse movement rate by setting global variables in your startup file. See mouse scale. Neat. Terry Davis died for our schizophrenia or whatever. And then these are a bunch of women making really suggestive faces. And so I just sort of put them here because I didn't have anywhere. They're not really NSFW, so they don't really belong there. But I'm like, okay, cool. One thing I liked of this most recent map art haul that I got is there's just so many 1x1s, just overall. And I built a lot of floors, so you're going to be seeing a lot of empty floors, sadly. Didn't have enough to fill up these walls. I feel kind of bad. But I did, however, happen into... Okay, this floor is totally empty, and that feels really bad. Here we are. Yeah. So I happened into, at that map art meeting, this was easily the biggest. The diary. Or not the biggest, sorry, second biggest. But it was annoying how many shulkers of map art this was. The diary, this is something to do with Mushoku Tensei. I don't watch that anime, I don't know. Don't care. Looks interesting. Was good. Obviously, a lot of effort put into how it was made. It's pretty enough. I'll hang it up. Whatever. Another good one that I got yesterday, actually. Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. It's either Godfrey or Godfrey. I don't know which. But damn, that looks awesome. He's got this giant lion. At least I think that's a lion. Perched on his shoulder. And yeah, like, damn. Man's a giga Chad. And then lastly, this is the largest map art that I have yet come across. This is the Hubble Ultra Deep Field. 20 by 20. 400 maps. I know there are bigger ones now. I think Angel's Reflection, which is the continuation of the Angel's Mirror series. It's probably too far away to see, but you all know that I have Angel's Mirror propped up right there. It's just out of render distance. This was like 12 by 21. 20 by 20 kind of blows that one out of the water, but I know Angel's Reflection's even larger, so I'm going to try and acquire that one, though I have no clue where the hell I'm going to hoist it up. Where on earth do you display that, you know? And unfortunately, this is kind of the end of the Map Art Museum, because there's no more museum, or there's so much museum at the end of the map art. You know, I can only hold so many fucking shulkers at a time, and just gonna have to broker more trades, you know? But anyway, so this is what the building looks like on the outside. I think I did a decent job. I'm especially happy with the facade. The front part, the part that you see when that faces toward Ocean's Anomalous, the drain. So yeah, when I promised months and months ago, Poncho Hamster, I said I would put 2 box castle type buildings over here and over here. That's kind of what I was going for. I don't have enough gray concrete, so I couldn't make the twin. That will be the not safe for work Map Art Museum, the Hall of what will I call it? The something of degeneracy. I've got to come up with a snappy name. And so this is where all the NSFW shit will go. And it will be sequestered away. And Hall of the Damned. Ooh, that's neat. That's a neat idea. I like that. That's not bad. But I would prefer, since I'm going to call it something degeneracy, or degeneracy of something, you know, whatever. It's got to be snappy, right? So if we're going to do that, it has to have a D on whatever that first word is. So the domain... Oh, perfect. I got the perfect name. The Domain of Degeneracy. There we go. And so I'm going to make an extension, whenever I get around to it, off of this back... Oh, God. Oh, God. La Map Art. No. Oh, God. My FPS just shot down to like 2. Anyway. Okay, so over here... I don't know. Somewhere down here, past the Starcucks... Or maybe just before the Starcucks. I don't know. I'll have to plan it out anyway. Yes, the Domain of Degeneracy is so good. The Citadel of the No-Dads? Nah, that's not good enough. Yeah, like right here, I'm going to knock out the Emperor's portrait. And this Monero map art. I'm going to replace these, put them somewhere else. And we're just going to go straight back this way until I hit this. And then I'm going to have like... piston doors, or like a 3x3. Actually, I think a 3x3 door. Just like past this wall, or past that area. So like there's going to be a hallway that goes this way. So I'm going to have like a 3x3 here as a sort of airlock. And I'm going to call it the Domain of Degeneracy. And I'm going to have a similar style building over here. Oh no, did I snuff that candle out? Shit. I don't want to have to go and find a flint and steel just to unfuck that, but I might have to. Or conversely, I could put the entrance starting right here and then just knock this wall out and then make it a sheer tunnel going back. I don't know. Have the building all rotted and decayed? No, I don't really want it to be decayed or rotten. I want the Domain of Degeneracy to present in the same way as its sister building over here. It probably won't share the exact floor plan, but it'll be similar. And I can confidently say that this is the first building that's not Escape the Jack Rooms that is printer made. I went into single player. Yeah, I think this is it. If it'll load. Make it dick-shaped just to exemplify the... Nah, I don't want that. Jack, chat is uncensored. I'm aware. Yeah, so this was the template that I made. I used World Edit to throw it together real quick. And, yeah, like... It just didn't have some of the internal decoration. But, like, it's... The majority of it is pretty well what you see. This is just a totally blank void world. And yeah, then I made a schematic of this and then printed it out on 2B2T. I like to think it turned out pretty good, honestly. So yeah, really neat shit. Really neat shit. As for like what the opposite building will be, I think it will have... So this, I've already been throwing around the idea. This is actually, if I recall, this world is totally... Yeah, this is just 0, 0. Okay. Yeah, so this is a totally unused world with no relation to anything 2B2T related. And so, set block, stone, sticky piston, whatever. Turn that into that, and then we'll stack this up like 100 blocks. I don't know if it'll be larger or if it'll be about the same. What I was thinking is the back and the sides would all be the same, floor plan wise. So like this shape will be the back facing away from the hole, but oh my god, frame rate please. But the front will just have a singular keyhole shape. Instead of two keyhole shapes, it'll be flat, but with one keyhole shape. I think that's, and maybe a slightly larger keyhole shape. I don't know. I'm going to have to like design that out. So yeah, that's how I've slapped together my Museum of Mapart. And so the domain of degeneracy. Oh, fuck you. Connect. Look like a futuristic pack of smokes? Eh. Oh my god, I hate you. Let me in! Whatever. Turn up some tunes. It feels awkward on stream. Space Fox streams were good as Anarchy Skyblock videos. Why should I turn on some tunes, though? And why the fuck won't this thing let me join? There we go. God, that's annoying. Anyway, why should I turn on the music, huh? Thought you said you didn't want it. Yeah, I guess that was a Mojang issue. I don't know. Crazy shit. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just sort of like, use Lightmatica for a box. I used Lightmatica, or you have to use Lightmatica, because that's what printer connects to put your shit in the world. So, I didn't really have a choice. Like, I designed it myself. It's not like this is a, this isn't a stolen thing. Like, this is entirely my work. So I have the right to make my own shit and then printer it into existence on 2B2T. That's how I perceive it. I mean, this is just kind of one of those things where if you don't do a printer job, it's so much slower and more troublesome. And then there are these maps, and these maps are very, very unfortunate. They're all erased. Except this one. This one's totally black, and I have no idea what this is about. So if anybody has the Randar maps and knows what the fuck is going on here, like, what's going on here? Were these freshly mapped? Like, what happened? Were they destroyed? Are they in the middle of being renovated? Broken? Destroyed? I don't know. It's really crazy and not in a good way. And then these are also weird, except these are even more, like, flexed. You can tell these were from 112. This is someone's foot which is like photorealistic. So somebody manually made this, and I had to take in a lot of effort. And I've got like 2 or 3 of that. And then P529 is king, and P529 hasn't played in I don't know how long. I don't think. Oh, there's another foot. And then just Empty Island. So I think those were burned. Whatever this was map art until it isn't anymore. In which case, well, that sucks. And a lot of P529 is king. So I don't know what the deal is. It's obvious these were fucked with. These were not originally this. So yeah, I don't know what the Randar map was originally meant to be. Broken somebody's foot. And then, so yeah, so I'm tempted to just throw these away because they're not any use. What I really wish is you could recycle a map, you know? I wish you could like wash a map in a cauldron to just annihilate it. And it would go back to being an empty map. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, yeah, I could see that accidentally setting you up for failure if you inadvertently clicked a perfectly good map onto a cauldron, but you know, maybe not if you've locked it. Maybe if you've locked it, it's not, but like, I don't know. Oh, hey, Cody, welcome. Some of the maps were reset when the server went down at a point. Really? Interesting. Oh, goodbye, Thiespo. Jack, where did you get all of the new map, all that NSFW map art? The NSFW maps, I don't have that much. I've got like 4 shulkers now. I mean, I've just gathered them up slowly over the course of several, of the year or so I've played since everything came back. So these are incomplete. So I've got a bunch of incomplete ones, which is some sort of a steam shovel. It's a picture of a steam shovel, some stuff from Randar, and then a few other maps that are, again, incomplete. These were all duplicates, so I don't think I need these. I'm not sure if I want to keep them or not. I saw Andromeda. These are all ruined. I mean, these are all like, make 2B2T great again. These are all white maps, too. The Witcher, there was another one here. I think it's this one. That's like, okay, so this is the bulldozer. It's not a steam shovel, it's a bulldozer. So this is some bulldozer. I don't know if this is the killdozer. I think it's a picture of the killdozer. Don't have it complete. Andromeda. This is another really fucking huge map. This is a map of the galaxy Andromeda, and I really want it, but it's, you know, you run into that problem of, do you have the wall space for it? Because I don't think we do. And this is more Randar stuff, but these were names that were, like, incomplete. So, like, this is Osmobite, this is Mako 1 something, but I don't have the other half. Odie, so, like, is that Cody? It can't be Cody Ledger. Or maybe it is, I don't know. UFO Crossing, but I don't have the Rossing part, so, like, maps are borked. I don't know. If y'all have them, please give me. But yeah, as for my NSFW maps, I don't even remember where I put those. Those over here. Yeah, these are my NSFW. I got a lot, but I've not been able to amass too many. Make 2BT great again. This was an alpha computer map that sadly did not live through the update and all the other subsequent map map wipes. Because that's just how it is. It's a damn shame, but oh well. Wish we had that map site again, but I think even that got griefed. This is the map of Spawn. I've already got that, so I don't really care. So yeah, so the only maps in this area that are like decent and are, so I've got 5. So I've got 5 NSFW shulkers, and that's it. They're not even 100% full. And that's fine. I know enough people. I'm sure there are people who have more, who are willing to give more. I won King of 2B2T. Okay. I don't have the blue and white ones. Okay. I have the black and gold one. Wait, what? There's a black and gold one? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess... who the hell knows anymore? There are so many maps, it's impossible to keep track of them all. Welcome to the new age. Anyway, so, in addition to the map art museums that I intended to make, that I've more or less made, you know, being sick really kind of like motivated me to just absolutely pound away at this. It's got a good number of levels on it, so I want its counterpart to be decently large as well. But I don't know that I'll ever collect that many at once. It's hard to know. I thought Oscars were endangered. I don't know. Wish I could paste maps on books and have a pocket museum. Holy crap, that would be amazing if you could put an empty map in a book. Does that not sound like something that's like tailor-made for that? Like, that is such an awesome idea. Putting maps in books. Anyway, in addition to those box art, or box castle art museums that I intend to make, I also, before I got really heavily involved in Escape the Jack Rooms, I was also going to make a bunch of Space Valk-inspired stuff. Put maps in the chat. Ooh, that'd be neat. But yeah, I'm going to make these Space Valk-inspired places now. Towers. Hey, Peepo. Yes, much love. Much love. Okay. I don't remember what sort of direction I was taking this in. Because this is... I mean, it's not a bad... It's not a bad thing. I don't know. Whatever. It's a canvas. Just paint on it. Just build on it. It'll be fine. Okay. I do remember I was making this very square and sort of like contained. Could get a world map mod and map the museum in a single player? What do you mean? Map the museum in a single player? What is that? I don't understand. What? Clarify that. You mean like a world download mod and then download this area and then what? Because like my problem is I don't have the maps anymore. Or I don't have new maps. I've got old maps. I don't have new maps. I need more maps. My addiction simply will not rest. Now that I have the space to display as many as or well, not as many, but a lot. I have a lot. I've got a hankering for map art. Render it. Oh, you mean to like make a render like a picture. I see. As a sort of gallery, get the Pocket Museum idea from IRL sticker trades. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, what if you... Well, I don't know. I guess map arts are 2B2T's answer to stickers, aren't they? You can stick them up on things. But damn, I kind of wish you could put them in a book or some sort of like container. Something like that. I do feel like that is just sort of the next evolution of maps. Like, here's a written book by so-and-so and it has this, this, and this map in it. Like, normies on silly, dumbass servers could easily use those to, you know, write a book and then put a map in it and be like, hey, you know, go over here. This is where my base is. Because we're normies on a regular ass server and we don't know any better. But like, oh, my ping is getting a little annoying. That explains it. But like, we could use that to trade maps more effectively, or, you know, I don't know. Yeah, this place is going to be great. That's the hope. That's the other Space Valk inspired tower. I got 4 more. Yeah. Not entirely certain what sort of like style I want to put these in. Did anybody ever go exploring abandoned places, urban exploration? I don't recommend doing that. I mean, it's cool, but like, just be very, very careful doing stuff like that. Urban exploration can go bad real easily if you don't know what you're doing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with this. You know, I could build this in creative and then just printer it out. I don't know. I kind of want to, honestly. I'm thinking I will. Do I like this? I'm thinking I'll make these slabs instead of full blocks. No pressure, of course. Talking about stickers and propaganda. Did you already make that banner thing? Oh, you mean go to spawn and stick that banner you wanted me to stick at spawn? Shit, I was at spawn yesterday. I completely forgot. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Poncho. My brain failed me. No, I did not. I wish I had remembered. Again, I went to spawn. I met Peepo yesterday to get a bunch of maps. I had a perfect opportunity to do it, and I just didn't think about it. I'm so sorry, Poncho. I will do it. Is somebody fucking with the server, by the way? Because, like, my ping occasionally does weird stuff, but my internet, for a change, is not actually getting bad. Like, I don't know what the deal is. There are traps and shit. Traps at what? It's probably update. Okay. Well, if they'll just update the server, that would be nice. We got the game done. I wanted to get Escape the Jack Rooms finished before whatever silly update they end up saddling us with, but I don't know. I expect to have, like, everything go sideways for that. Guess not. Maybe they won't update it, or I don't know. I do know the, when did it change? Wasn't it like, did they say anything or did they change anything? I know the outside the server bit says soon-ish. And that was as of like a week ago. So like, what is the deal with that? Does anybody remember or know when did everybody notice that changed? Because I know that was somewhat recent. I don't like the phantoms. I do like the phantoms. I just want them to be optional. You opt in. If you want phantoms in your experience, you can have them. If you don't, then that's fine. Then you don't get them. Like, I like that idea. If they want to make phantoms a little more rare, fine. I assume there are settings and such that they can tweak. Traps in abandoned places. Oh, for urban exploration. Yeah. Good point. I doubt it's that common, but still. This place you went to was a historical church. Interesting. Okay, see, now that's a place that you could probably explore fine. Hey, El Cayman, welcome. Yeah, 121's apparently soon-ish. It's not soon in the standard sense of things. Hey, Copperator, welcome. Thought you were Osmobite, and then I thought you were Universin. But welcome, Copper. Hey, Callum, welcome. How's everybody doing? We're all right. We are fine. Okay. I'm just kind of shooting ideas into the breeze. I'm not going to lie. When I stopped making these towers back, I don't even remember when I stopped working on them. But when I stopped working on them, I'd gone up against like a real major bit of builder's block. I was like, oh God, where do I take this? What do I do with this? And I just never really like came up with a good solution. But now, because I've had a decent amount of time to like think on it. Got so much deep slate stuff. It's unreal. You're gonna sleep? Okay, take care, people. thank you for coming out. Wouldn't these stairs also keep the floor's chest pattern? No, because the chest pattern is universal. This is how it works. You have, for every, get all this out of my way. How far out is my base in the millions? The lands is at 4.4 million by 4.4 million. Negative, negative. If that's not what you were referring to, then I will refrain from answering. Anyway, okay, so for this build, the chest pattern is universal. So wherever it starts, that's how the pattern continues. So for every, let's assume we have a oak block. Every face of this oak block is going to be checkerboarded, not just, you know, it's going to be above and below, not just to the side. So when we get a cross-section area like this, I understand now, I didn't see the other side of the stairs. Yes. Right. Because this is going to have, so just imagine this stair is a full block. It's going to have oak on top of it, oak to the sides, and oak all around it. And so that's what's here. But so diagonally, it's going to be the same type. So it's going to continue up like that. That's more or less how that happens. Jack, do you have a pearl in 112 chunks, or did you leave a chunk trail every time you traveled to the Mapart meeting? No, we cut through the nether. And all the nether around us is 112. And also, no, everything from 112 is long gone. Let's see here. Cody. Oh, yeah, Cod Odie. Cod Odie. Yeah, I see what you mean, Cody. I see your banner. That's really neat. The black and gold. That's good. A lot of good stuff. I can provide new map arts trying to get the old map arts. Okay, cool. Thank you, people. I hope you do. Okay. Deep slate tile. More like deep slut tile, am I right? Well, I guess I don't have already made up. Yeah, I guess I'm out of already made up deep slate tile. Okay. That is fine by me. I shall just simply make it all. I'm so glad we have a really good, really sleek, like, building block that's just everywhere, you know? It doesn't look like shit. It's really versatile. It has a lot of variation that makes it, like, legitimately nice to use. It just has everything. I'm really happy we finally got a block like that. Stone brick was kind of like that for a while, but maybe not so much. I don't know. Stone brick, I've kind of gotten... Yeah, I know Space Valk was made with stone brick, but like, I've kind of soured on stone brick over the years. I don't know what it is. There are so many other better brick options now. Portal near the base or portal in the base, then you break it on both sides. Bingo, we break them on both sides. Because why wouldn't we? I mean, it really isn't difficult. Like, you just make a thing. And then you make sure to get rid of that thing, and that's it. Have a portal straight at the base. Please don't look for it. I mean, I guess. It's not like we wouldn't have thought to snuff out such a portal if we did have an active portal. We don't, but like, if we did. Oh, he's down in the museum or in that... no, he's down in that really low area. Yeah, he's down in here. Exploring ahead of time, are you? I haven't even ironed out the game and you're already spoiling it for yourself. Oh, how could you, Cooperator? Nah, it's fine. It's not like an overly complicated game. It's nothing on the level of Escape the Jack Rooms. I don't even think that game is going to have redstone. Like, that's how simple this is. It's just an arena we'll run around in and shoot each other at. That's it. It's just for fun. Here we go. Who has messaged me? Okay, how everything is doing, can you recap you on the updates? Well, I can do a very quick recap with this. 120 has been pretty good. I've mostly just made a bunch of map art museum space. This is filled with maps up to like halfway through the building. I'm too far away. I spent a good week getting this thing, this whole area, built and created. And I've sat on these maps, especially the Hubble Ultra Deep Field and the Diary and a bunch of these other miscellaneous maps. I've sat on these for almost a year now. So I didn't have anywhere to put them in the main museum area. Oh God, that's too bright. Yowza, you can't hardly see. Anyway, in the main museum over here, I ran out of space a long time ago. And to be fair, this space is not conducive for displaying tons of maps. It's conducive for displaying a small accruing of maps. But as far as like, oh yeah, you know, I've got a fuck ton of them, because that at a certain point I ended up with a fuck ton of them. I didn't have the ability to display them the way I wanted. So I was like, okay, I definitely need some serious space in which to display my acquired maps. Also, I just suddenly realized I wanted to use lapis blocks. Hello, Blue Collar Solid. Wait, what? Is this all the lapis I have? I only got 2 stacks? No way. Impossible. Nani? I genuinely only have a few. Like, I've got a stack there and that's it. Jeez, what the hell? Have I really burned through all of my lapis? Been digging up tons of it. I didn't think I'd actually expend it all. Because, like, deep slate and lapis actually goes really good together. Guess I'm just gonna have to borrow all these. Yeah, wow, what the fuck? I've dug up so much lapis over the course of my living here. Never expected to run out of it. Or run through it all. I didn't even use that much. Well, I guess I have to lay my eyes on more lapis blocks going forward. Like, does this dark gray with blue not look really fucking good? Like, there's just something about that. That is so nice. I have to make use of that. And I've never really built seriously with lapis before. We even had a, I mean, this is years and years and years ago, when they changed the texture the very first time. I want to say it was like 2015, 2014 or so. There were a few people who flipped out, but like, lapis isn't bad. No, I'm not going to recess it. I'm going to put it in the wall. Like, I like the brown and the tan of the oak and dark oak, but I think some real color is necessary. Did you Lapis lose it? Oh, Fluffy, please. Please, Fluffy, no. My heart, it can only take so much pun. Next thing I know, I'll be full of pun. I'll be punny. Brewing stand village for bits of lapis. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I could buy some. Good point. I forgot they sell that. What about the 121 update? Yeah, supposedly according to the I'm gonna dip for just a sec. This changed from 1.21 update soon to 1.21 update soon-ish. And that change happened sometime last week. I don't know when. It just happened. And that was that. Figured it'd be here by now. Yeah, I thought... well, actually, then they started tacking on 121.2, then 121.3, and then it's 121.4, because yes, that is indeed coming out soon. The, quote, winter drop update. Which is neat. I'm not going to lie. The idea of an update in winter isn't a bad one. That's when we'll get the creaking and all that other shit, but... I don't know, did we need another... Like, I guess we're going to get it all at once on 2B2T. We're not really going to be... We're not going to be, like, behind. But we're going to be, like, slightly behind. If that makes sense. Also, I'm going to make a window here. Okay. Just like a little open air pocket or window. Hey Jack, my base is 1.6 million out. I gave from the highway in the overworld. Is located 112 nether chunks. Is your base secure? Keep all trails to the base as, like, I don't know. Like, in some instances, there's nothing you can do. In others, I would just say be very, very careful not to leave stuff in the nether. Be extremely stringent on placing portals, on replacing blocks that have been destroyed. And just be very careful who you invite to the base. But, like, if someone randomly stumbles upon you, options are quite limited unless they join the base or whatever. Sorry for disturbing the tree. I want to send you this video I made. It's an idea that I think would be cool for 2B2D as well. Server updated and maps don't reset anymore and can be locked. Yeah, I've already made my own museums for that. You watch after stream. You want to be annoying. That's okay, man. Be cool to know how much potential 2B2D has with this. So there's a museum on oldfrog.org. Interesting. I mean, I've already done plenty of museum stuff. So, like, I'll keep... making museum spaces. I don't see a reason not to. But as for, like, copying someone else's museum, I'm not going to do that. I will, however, take inspiration from some really neat, really, like, gothic and, maybe not gothic, but, like, really awesome... I don't know, I don't do gothic architecture. I do more, like, simple... I don't know, would you consider this gothic? Is this... I guess it's kind of gothic. I don't know. I mean, whatever. I do whatever my fancy tells me to do. But I only ever take inspiration. I try to not actually steal a build. But I think the doctor kind of miscalculated a tad bit. Uh-oh. Started ADHD. Oh, that's why. Yeah, with a med like that, since it's affecting your brain, any med that affects the brain in any way, you're probably going to have that early trial and error phase where you've not exactly got the dosage where it needs to be. But I have heard really great things about ADHD meds for those who have it. So, like, in all honesty, just put up with it for the time being if things are not correct. You don't feel right. Stuff like that. If that happens, that's okay. Just tell your doctor and have them adjust your dose accordingly. that should, eventually you should get it. Whatever it is for you, the proper dose. Do I have lanterns? I decided to build with lanterns for some silly reason. I think it's because I could buy them from villagers. Isn't it funny? You step away from a build for months on end, and you finally come back to it, and you're like questioning your own design decisions. Why did I do this? What possessed me to do that? Why did I think this was a good idea? I don't know. Prescribed you way too low a dose to the point where you would get affected simply by breathing normally. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's definitely a point of contention you should bring up with your doctor ASAP. Don't just sit and accept it. Like, you're probably going to have that changed immediately. So if you don't have an appointment with them within like a week, I would riot. Because you can't afford to have ADHD meds or any med like that be out of whack. You really just can't. Oh yeah, also I changed this into a proper entrance that I'd never really use because this fucker keeps blocking the way. Anyway, mine is very useful. Oh, good. Thoughts on Crowbar still being alive? I'm very happy Crowbar is still alive. Unfortunately, I'm sad and upset. I am shooketh that Endhaven is supposedly his last base. Man, that's so... That hurts. You know, that really hurts. Like, hearing Crowbar is no longer making a base is like hearing about your favorite band breaking up. Or hearing about your favorite theme park finally closing its doors. Oh, holy shit, do I only have a few librarians left? No, I must have more downstairs. The retard farm must still have more of them. There must be more. There must be. Oh shit, I left a bunch of stone here. That's when I was selling that to these guys. I forgot about that. I did have some librarians. Okay, one of you was a mending bill. Yeah, there we go. One of you is no, it's efficiency 4. Okay, never mind. Yeah, these were some of the last villagers I made because we thought we were going to update to 121 and they were going to put in a bunch of trading changes so you wouldn't be able to get mending outside of a swamp or whatever. Okay. Well, I'll have to come back here later. Also, I need a more efficient way of like preventing golems from spawning, because I want them all, if they are going to spawn, I want them to either aggro one of these guys and fall down there, and then I also want, because I have an entire army of these assholes who spawn out here, because apparently on this spiral staircase is a valid spawning space, because the villagers are just like right there. So they'll spawn on the staircase and then slowly pitter their way up here and then walk out, congregate up here until they inevitably fall into the ocean, at which point, yeah. So I want a hole like over here somewhere, or maybe over here, like maybe 2 holes. I don't know, I may not have a space directly for them to fall into. But like a hole they will always guaranteed get led into, like put a zombie or a drowned in a composter like up here and protect it so he can't leave, and they'll always just like see him and then they'll go, ooh, I gotta swat him, and then they'll fall to their deaths like right here. Something like that. Shut up, Ellie. That cat, I swear. Gonna call him in the morning, literally started on it today. Okay, yeah, you're literally on day 1. So you can't be entirely sure, but like if it's obviously messing with you, you really can't afford to play around either. Oh my god, shut up. I don't care, you're not leaving. Nobody leaves the stream! Least of all my cat. Can I put a thing there? No, that didn't connect. Meow. 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 Okay. No kitty cat of mine shall leave for any reason. I'm a cruel slave driver. Oh, welcome back, yes. God, I was in a Halo battle for an hour? Damn. What are you doing? Meow. All right, fine. I can't be that cool. Go. I can pretend to be cruel, but when it comes to it, I'm not actually going to be. I love my kitty cat too much. She's been with me since I started the server. Started playing the server, rather. Damn. It'll be 12 years in February. I can't believe that either. Oh, hey, Like-Tinos. What are my thoughts on putting base maps on display in a museum? It's probably fine. Depends on how cool the base is. Like, I might consider making a map art of this place. Because, like, Ocean's Anomalous is getting pretty big now. So it would kind of be worthy of mapping it out. Especially once the Space Valk towers get finished. I've got 4 of these I've not even started on. So, like, maybe, but then again, you only see the tops of stuff. So unless you just got a gigantic pit like this, and some other miscellaneous detailing and so on, like, you really have to think about the topography of your base and how interesting that would be to see in map form. Like, seeing a map in person isn't the same as seeing it in a map. You know, seeing a base in person isn't the same as seeing it on a map. Like, one of the few exceptions I would have make is for really, really old nostalgic bases, like the Lands, or one of my very first, albeit destroyed, map arts. I was making that shit back in 2014. Can't believe that. So, like, yeah, enshrining something like that makes sense because it's nostalgic, but that really only works for me because I'm the nostalgia holder. But for, like, another unrelated base, I don't know. I don't know that I would do that. But then again, I mean, if it's, you know, you're doing the museum for you, so you do whatever you wish. Can't really make you, you know, decide what or what not to do. Try to map all the bigger bases you find and put them in the Hall of Finds. Ooh, that's not a bad idea, Swisher. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, some LARP clan kids in a social were trying to spawn kill you, and they were trash at doing it. Oh, good. Well, if it's one thing every game has in common, it's a bunch of LARP kids. Or kids who LARP or whatever. Is that not, like, funny? How that's a guaranteed thing. Like, any game you go to, anything you participate in, you will inevitably, if any children are involved in any way, you will find a LARP group of some kind. Is that not, like... Should that not be, like, in some sort of a... I don't know, human behavioral, not behavioral health, but like, what's a sociology textbook? You know, something like that, right? Like, I feel like that is an integral part of the human condition in a bizarre sort of way. The younger the audience, the uptick of LARPing increases, you know? They have an inverse relationship. Something along those lines. That backfired spectacularly? Oh, my cat. Yeah. I just figured, you know. In truth, if she's meowing that much, she really does need to go out. Like, keeping her in here is a bad idea. If she has to pee, I don't want to think about that. I've not had to clean pee off my carpet. Yet. Had to clean pee off other things, but not the carpet. If that ever happens, oh my god. Here's a big idea for the opposite tower. Ooh. Ooh, I like those, but I don't know. That's not a bad idea, Copperator. I like that, honestly. That is really cool. Do you have a higher res version of this? That's neat. Okay. Copperator, you're cooking. I like that. Okay. And then... should I embed more bacons in the floor? I feel like this upper bridge-looking spot needs something on it. You don't want to clean cat pee off carpet. Prepare, yeah. Prepare for it, then you'll never have to. That's not a bad idea. But yeah, I've had more cat troubles in the last few months than I think we've had in a long while. I don't know. Ellie is especially bad when it comes to, like, being consistent. She will just on occasion do whatever the hell it is that's in her furry little mind. And that will oftentimes be something quite disgusting. Like scarfing down a bunch of dry food after she went outside and ate a bunch of grass, guaranteeing that the mix will be staining some place on the floor in an hour or two. Like, you knew you ate grass, cat. Why the fuck would you then immediately go and eat food? You know, stuff you're supposed to keep down. Cats eat grass to encourage themselves to throw up. It's an anti-hairball mechanism. But then you go and eat food, which you expect to keep down, after knowingly eating grass, which you expect to not keep down. So, like, what's the fucking math on that? Like, cats are so bad. They're smart, but they're not smart. You know? You don't want to clean... oh, yeah, read that. You wouldn't want a dog. God, no. Hell no, I do not want a dog. I know how messy dogs can be. I am not a dog fan. Dogs are fine as long as they're not mine. If I had to take care of a dog, oof, man. I could do it, but I wouldn't be happy. Love how we had an entire cryptid paranormal subculture. Yeah, it's exactly the three of you who talk about that stuff. Like, I'm not into cryptids or paranormal stuff because most of that stuff's just not real. No offense, but like... you all came in Deadpool and Mike. Yeah, I know. It's the three of you and that's it. Which is fine. It's just... I don't see it, personally. I don't see the appeal. Okay. Oh, those indents. I meant to put those on this area. But yeah, I know it ain't real, but it's interesting to talk about. Yeah, that's good. I'm just saying that's the obstacle for me. Okay, I've got to light these up or I will regret it. The Bigfoot War of 1894. Ah, fuck, I knew it. I knew there would be a mob. Is that anything like the Emu Wars the Australians waged, whenever that was? The big Emu War. We lost. Okay, so, like, all joking aside, what were the Emu Wars about? I've heard about these, and it's genuinely interesting to hear about, but I've never seen anyone like talk about them in depth. They were trying to control their population, I know that. But like, since they failed, or they supposedly they feel like they failed, like, what happened with this? Have a bad day. I read the Emu Wars wiki article and it cheers you up. Okay, good. So I assume it's like slapstick levels of bad. Bigfoot War of the 1850s between Indians and Bigfoot. So there was a war between Native Americans and Bigfoots, or a Bigfoot. Interesting. What sorts of things were the Bigfoots up to? Like, if you're going to war with someone, you know, there are tactics involved, right? There are operations, there are events, there are things that unfold. I would assume. Oh, wait, no. Let's use slabs instead. I think that'll taper it off real nice. Who'd war with emus? The Australians, that's who. Reminder, they lost. The emus somehow won. I'm not entirely certain. Oop, nope. That don't go there. There we go. Ooh, I like that. That's a neat little clustering look. Yes, there was an alleged battle that took place in 1855. Interesting. So, give me the details on that. Like, why were there... How did they go about their fight, their war? War. Huh. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. But no, like, how did the Native Americans handle that? That had to have been a hell of a trippy thing. I assume they believe Bigfoot's real, right? They would have to. Kind of wish Minecraft had an undo button. When you just misplace a block, just undo it. Bigfoot were stealing their women. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that's fucked. Yeah, that's definitely a reason to war. Yeah, if some random rogue critter is stealing your whammon, you got to do something about that. There we go. Ooh, that's so much nicer. VitMC said write that down. Well, I mean, at least with the Russia War, you could argue that it was Group A and Group B, which often, you know, that leads to a real war setting. But, I don't know, fighting with a cryptid, that's crazy. Is there any evidence of this conflict? Is there any, like, remains of the fighting? Surely there would be, right? Bro, they used machine guns mounted on trucks to ambush the birds? Holy fuck. That's even crazier. Emus were harassing the farmers and their crops in the early 20th century, so the Australians decided to shoo them away with guns. Shoo them away or shoot them away? Because there's a big difference. Like, I guess. But at the same time, I don't know that that's like... Did they shoot each other on accident? Is that how a lot of, like, this went down? They must have. There's no way in hell this is a failure and they didn't inadvertently friendly fire. Like, I refuse to believe there was no friendly fire involved. Like, a bunch of farmers, maybe. Maybe they're a little too inexperienced to wage a proper war. I don't know. Maybe they're just experienced enough and the emus were really hard to, like, defeat. A really hardy creature. Oh. Ooh. Oh, I fucked up. Made this too big. Both. Oh, wow. Confrontation where they killed one and later a battle involved multiple men and several Bigfoot. Damn. I wonder if Bigfoot is like on the verge of extinct, if it is real. Because like it would have to be endangered, like hyper endangered, you know, like beyond help endangered. That's pretty impressive if they can fight, though. Like, I mean, I guess they're just wild animals, though. They wouldn't necessarily be fighting with, like, weapons. I don't know, are Bigfoots Stone Age creatures? And by that I mean they fashion tools from stone? Like chimpanzees? Which does mean the chimpanzees are in the Stone Ages? That's crazy as hell. Hey Jay, ever heard of the end void rings? Yes, I have. Apparently there is some sort of a fix that prevents them from happening on 2B2T. So you're not going to find those here. But it's a neat idea. I thought about going and finding one till I learned. 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. Okay. I learned about them years ago, and I was like, ooh, that's a cool feature. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm wondering if we'll ever get an end update at this point, though. 3, 4. Bam, bam. Okay. Alrighty. Come on. What is up with this? You place a block and then break it 5 times before it'll actually break. I thought that was patched. Am I just gonna have to labor under that for like ever? Or is that a future client issue? I don't know. Story's getting crazier. There were 2 soldiers who supported the farmers in dealing with the issue at their hand. They had like 10,000 rounds of ammunition, a couple machine guns. Damn, like how on earth? Hey, Pounds, I'm glad you finally made it. They used their brute strength and threw projectiles. Ooh. War took place in eastern Oklahoma not too long after the Indian removal. What would be really neat is if we had some sort of an American soldier or two to have their perspective on the matter written down for all future generations to know. There's an old photo of the leader of the Indian raid. He was half white, half Indian. Interesting. We'll send the pictures. Okay. Well, that's neat. I hope that, like, that would unironically be really cool if that actually happened. If that was a real conflict. Like a provably real conflict. That's what I would hope. Okay, this, that. Okay, so that will be dark oak. Plop. Close-up screenshot to make a higher res image and they need to be on your newsfeed. Okay, cool. Don't worry about it, Coperator. Oh, that's the man. Interesting. Been watching the Clone Wars. Oh. Clone Wars, the animated series or the CGI series? No, it would be the animated series from like the early 2000s or another Clone Wars. I doubt it really could be proven. No, I don't doubt it could. If it was real and this is an actual conflict that occurred, there should be archaeological evidence. We have undeniable proof of the battles of Troy thousands of years ago. That was a fairly large battle, admittedly, but those are things that you know for a fact can be proven. If that can be proven, yeah, the Indian Bigfoot War could be proven if it was real. If it actually happened, there should be archaeological evidence at that site. Wherever it is that battle took place. I don't know. 3D animated one is fun. Okay. The Emu War lasted 6 weeks and 32. Damn. Must really suck to get BTFO'd by a bunch of emus, though. Damn, that wasn't even 100 years ago. I mean, 1932 still sounds like ages and ages ago, but you know what I mean. Hello, El Cayman. Welcome back. Hello, Seda AI. I'm doing good. I'm making a Space Falcon-inspired tower on the good old Builders of Tools with 2 in the name somewhere. With lots and lots and lots of winging it energy. Because right now I'm probably just winging it. I don't know that this build is going to turn out super, super, super great, but I'm going to try. Where did my wood go? There it is. Ooh, I need to go scare up more wood. My wood is getting low. Let me get that. Okay. I've got a bunch of stuff down in the maintenance hole. May as well start transferring a lot of that shit up here, because it's no longer useful down there. Into Escape the Jackrooms. But not really, because I'm not actually going to play it. I'm hoping we get 121's chunk loading. I hope the chunk loading stuff comes to pass. I really, really, really hope we get that chunk loading. Hey, Dark Oak. Chunk loading in 121 point, I think it's 2? I really hope we get that. Oh my god, I really, really hope we get that. That will be so dope. I don't think there's any spare materials here that I'm like... Oh, lanterns. I did actually need those. Yeah, there aren't really any materials that I'm like hurting for. Off the top of my head. Let's just take a little quick jaunt through Escape the Jackrooms. Turn off all that. Just because, like, I miss this place. The shaders really do kind of ruin the white voids. You can't really tell from that one. But, like, yeah, that's a whole room you can step into. Got all that. What else? Ooh, the rotted tree. How doth the rotted tree be? Honestly, shaders aren't bad. I know it kind of ruins the mystique of some of these spaces, but like, these are pretty good. Maybe I should let Capybara come and play. Ah, fuck. That door got messed up. Oh, well. Whatever. I'll deal with this annoying door later. You're most excited for the Autocrafter? Okay. Glad to hear it. Are dupes even possible anymore? I'm going to say probably. But there are no public dupes that I'm aware of. And there are no... like really big obvious, you know, flaws that anybody has been given. Like when we first updated to 1.12, there was a huge obvious flaw in the crafting grid stuff, and so there was a huge duplication exploit with that. But, like, that was kind of a fluke. I don't really see something like that happening again. I don't see the chunk dupe happening again. I don't see a bunch of dupes and exploits happening again. So we'll see. Okay, I'm going to organize this just a little bit better. There we go. I've control over my wood. Teehee. There it is. Yar, there she be. My garbage box. Okay. Looking good, looking good. We are in a decent position. Laura's getting crazy or what now? Then the dogmen show up and the Bigfoots fight them. Okay. We're still on about the Bigfoots and the dog people and I think Indians as well. Hey Jack, have you been an eye armor trim after it was leaked? Yeah, everybody got eye a while ago. Like, that was such a nothing burger. How everybody was like, oh my god, this one group is gatekeeping a trim that's honestly kind of shit. And the next thing we know, it's released. I think, what I heard somebody regenerated a chunk. Or a few chunks, or whatever it was, in order, at a stronghold, in order to generate a new copy so that everybody could have it or some shit. And they, like, distributed it just to, mess with the people who were gatekeeping it originally. Honestly, we're lucky we got one at all. And we're lucky that whatever exploit it is that regenerates chunks was able to work. I swear this is the dumbest, funniest topic I've ever witnessed in my time here. Always makes you laugh. Oh, the trim? Okay. Yeah, the trim thing was, like, odd. Let me, here, let me place all this. Just so I got an inventory slot open. Our house manually regened after being pestered by emails? No, there was some, or, well, I don't know. Somebody was claiming regen. I still don't have, like, the full story on that. If it was house or if it was an exploit or another, I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. We all have it. It's fine. Is this Silk Touch? Good. Okay. I have a, giant box of all the trims in the game. I'm quite happy I got all this. I also got all the shitty fucking pottery shards. Yay! These things are a pain in the ass to get. Woo! These are way... Like, forget the trims for a second. These are 10 times more effort to get. This is a complete set, by the way. And I'm pretty sure there are like 2 or 3 newer shards. And there's like 2 new trims coming in 121. And yeah, like, this shit won't be so bad. This will be a nightmare. Completing the shard set after 121 will be a fucking nightmare. Because I think it drops from those stupid dungeon spawners in the trial chambers. And it's got like an absurdly low drop rate or some dumb shit like that. And it will be a nightmare scenario to try and get them all. So there's that, I guess. Sniffer and no, I don't think there's the sniffer. I think there's the breeze and something else. I don't remember. They could also be related to the various claims of giant bones found by the Indians pioneering whites. Oh, Well, I would think giant bones are probably just a big animal. You meant the Bigfoot War thingy? iTrim. Oh, you meant the Bigfoot War. That was the joke. iTrim was just, fit video outdated right after it came out. Right. Yeah. It's like the bats, you know. Bats are extinct. Oh my god. And then like a week later they weren't. Because it didn't fucking matter. Like, such a nothing burger. Oh my god. If you're going to make a video, make it on something that's like interesting. Something people will want to know about. Or will be useful to know in like a year's time. Or won't immediately be outdated literally the second the video goes live. Like, come on. It is easy if you use La Technica. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay. No, I don't have room anywhere else. Okay, it's got to be there. Thank you, House, for making a fit video outdated in a week. I mean, if anything, that just makes it funnier, right? You guys have a theory? Are there any big Bigfoots on 2B2T? Any cryptids? No. You know, with the prominence of the internet, I'm surprised we haven't seen more like ghost in the shell style, like ghost story situations where like you've got digital devils or digital spirits fucking with your computer or things of that nature. Like, we really kind of just don't have stuff like that. I mean, I guess if your computer started acting up, you just automatically assume, oh, it's a virus, it's a Trojan, it's a whatever. But like, I'm surprised there aren't more urban legends, even if it's not true. You know, I would genuinely be, I'm surprised we haven't heard of more like, oh yeah, something possessed my computer the other week or whatever. Oh yeah, my computer has a ghost in it. Got to get it exorcised. Like, I'm surprised there's not more silly shit like that. But there isn't. I don't know. It may not matter. Let's get some black stone. I'm going to put like a, sort of a, maybe make this a little taller. Yeah, some sort of like a, like an edge. Ooh, yeah, I kind of like that. Like some sort of an edge thing. It may or may not be inlaid into the tower. I don't know. We'll see. Mothman hacked my computer. Yeah, dumb shit like that. Atheists will say it does not work, but Jesus' Son will follow its word and use it. Oh, okay. La Technica is the technique. It requires you to observe the inside of the vault and click in the perfect exact tick the object is displayed. Huh? What is that is that some sort of like game? What is that a reference to? I legitimately do not understand. That has to be some other completely different game, right? Same with Minecraft ARG mod. Yeah. I mean, like, Herobrine is the only thing we've got that's even close to that. But I'm shocked we don't have more, you know? Like, we've got obvious shit that's not real because it's an ARG, and everybody knows it, and we're all just sort of playing along. And then we've got, like, yeah, Herobrine is legitimately weird. But it's obviously an urban legend. It's obviously not real. But there's nothing more than that. I would think we would. I would think people would be making shit like that up all the time. I almost feel like in the digital age, humans have kind of given up on their ghost stories tendencies, you know? Because we used to tell ghost stories to each other around the campfires all the damn time. For thousands of years, really. And it's really just recently that we kind of stopped doing stuff like that. I mean, I guess there's like creepypasta channels and stuff of that nature, but I don't know. I don't know that that really counts. Trial chambers. Oh, I see. Oh, the trial chamber vaults. I get what you mean now. I was on something completely different. Well, speaking of hacked, I imagine there's probably an exploit or a hack of some kind that allows you to immediately, the item is displayed in the trial chamber vault. You just immediately get it that way. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a way to do that, or if somebody will invent some way to do that. Maybe not like right away, but you know, if it eventually becomes possible. Okay, let's get some brick stairs. Real, like 2016 and surrounding years, yeah. Internet horror in general is very fascinating. Yeah, a little bit. It still has an air of, like, not even slightly real. So it's not perfect. Like, it comes off as, I don't know, internet horror stories don't have the same oomph that the old campfire stories used to have. Maybe it's the setting, maybe it's just our culture. I really couldn't tell you. Oh well. There really is no going and recapturing that magic. There we go. What about R no sleep? They're obviously fictional at this point, but there's also R let's not meet. I've not gone onto those Reddits, so I'm not sure, Warrior. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the circles I run in. I don't see or hear about any of that stuff. And it just may as well not exist. Whereas when I was a kid, I partook in ghost stories around the campfire. I was, you know, but that was also, well, like 10 years before the internet really took off. Come on. There we go. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Fuck. No. It's a good thing I got this. Ooh, I can just barely reach now. Ooh. She's getting big. Damn, son. Ooh, I like that. Especially with the shaders and the morning sun peeking through. Oh, that's really good. And I'm really impressed with how that, like, it looks a little more drab without shaders, but, you know, it's fine. Since Minecraft is planning on releasing updates more frequently, do you think 2BTT will update more often? That's so hard to say. I have a feeling we're going to wait for all the 121 stuff to totally die down before we update. That seems to be like what my intuition is telling me. If that is the case, we probably won't see the creaking until like April of next year, maybe. Which is fine. I mean, having to wait a few months, I don't know. Well, we did get 120 after 119 pretty quickly. It's hard to know for sure. All I do know, especially about the creaking, is that I want to make use of the creaking for Escape the Jack Rooms 2. I want to use the creaking as a part of my next big game on 2B2T. So whenever we do Escape the Jack Rooms 2, I want the creaking to be one of the main enemies you've got to run away from. And I feel like the creaking is honestly probably like perfect for Escape the Jack Rooms 2. But we don't have much in the way of, stuff ironed out for that game yet. Escape the Jackrooms 1 literally just ended, and I haven't even publicly released it yet. So we got a ways yet. So I'm not really worried about the creaking. I kind of like it. It's an okay boss. I mean, it's not even really a boss, is it? It's more like an obstacle. It's an okay monster. It's whatever. I won't lie, it doesn't impress me. That is visually. Like, I'm not scared by it. It is an interesting idea. We've not had a mob that is a plant or plant adjacent that wants to hurt you. We've had plants that want to hurt you, but they're just plants. And if you get hurt by them, you're a retard and you got to deal with that. But we've not had a mob that is legitimately a hostile entity that is also a plant. So that's a neat little, improvement. That's a neat little thing. We probably need the creaking. The hell is a creaking? Well, it is the newest hostile mob for the next Minecraft update. You're really just going to have to look into it. It's a tree monster that acts like a weeping angel. If you look at it, it stands stock still, and it only comes out at night. Which is honestly a really neat twist, because it's always tied to the night-day cycle. So, like, you will always know when it's night. Even if you're, like, totally underground, totally boxed in a room, stuff like that. Like, that's a neat idea. As usual, Mojang isn't really making the full use of it. I swear, Mojang, half of stuff they do is, like, wasted potential. But whatever. Mike is very scared of the creaking? He is. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure he will eventually get not scared of it. Can the Jackrooms even be run without an operator? Well, if you played it in single player, there would be no troubles. You just have to set your render distance high enough. Your simulation distance. You'd have to load all of this redstone. But provided you do, yeah, you should be able to play Escape the Jackrooms single player. As for on 2B2T, we need a bunch of people to get online to help load chunks, or the 121 chunk loading, where you bob an ender pearl up and down in a bubble column, and that loads the 3 chunks that it's in. That could work. Maybe I'll just call it a night. Tomorrow is payday. Need more sleep. Okay. It needs to get here. I understand, Seda. Take care, man. You missed so much Minecraft stuff? Well, that's how it goes. If you stay out of a... if you stay out of the loop, you should expect to get lapped. There's not really much else I can say on that. Yeah, the Weeping Angel style monster. It's not really a Weeping Angel, but it's close. Yeah, you have to destroy the plant, the wooden creaking heart that spawns it. And that's how you kill the creaking. That's a neat idea. I do like what I've seen of the pale oak. The pale oak wood looks really neat. I'm definitely going to play with it when it comes out. Not entirely certain what I will do otherwise. It would, yes, I would do Space Valk 4. Or, well, actually, it'll be 5. Pounds 20. Yeah, I will do a Space Valk 5 if they do finally come out with an end update. I've already promised that. They just need to finally fucking come out with an end update because I'm sick of waiting. We've begged them for literally the greater part of a year, of 5-6 years now. Like, it's been a decent amount of time. Like, where is it? Why aren't they doing it? It's annoying. Because a really neat end update would actually like inspire me to make a new Space Valk in like a really good way. It would go a long way toward making it easier to just think of stuff to do. Because like the current end is so empty. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's the sort of emptiness I am too familiar with. When I first started playing in the end on 2B2T, it was empty, but it was an unfamiliar emptiness. And so I made it my own. But now it's like, oh, I've been here, done that. Like, I really want some new content to help breathe new life into... Like the Nether. The Nether update breathed new life into the whole thing. It was absolutely necessary. And now I might actually build a Nether base someday. Maybe not soon, but, you know, someday. Sorry, had to drink there. Oh, damn it. So I don't know, like, it feels that, obviously we got new blocks, so there's a large palette of stuff I could make use of. So I'm not even really hurting for ideas per se. It's more like, if I'm going to make a Space Valk 5, I kind of want some land masses that don't look like garbage to incorporate into my base. Because otherwise, it's just going to be another giant futuristic space temple floating out in the void, which I have done literally 3 times. Kind of tired of that. I want to do something else. So I don't know. Whoops. I feel like the creative juices at Mojang are running dry, and they know it. And for whatever reason, they seem to have some sort of a policy that says, don't give the community what they've clamored for. If they really, really want it, then don't give it to them. No idea why. Oh, whoops, I was right. Fuck. Should have gone to that higher part and stayed there. I think we're going to get a new dimension in the next 2 years because that ancient city structure is clearly a portal. I don't agree. I think that is simply an effigy of the Warden. I don't think that's a portal. I think that is just a thing that is evocative of the Warden itself. That's it. There are already little shrines all throughout ancient cities. Those don't have any meaning other than it's just something to do with the Warden. And the history, lore, whatever you want to call it, is like deliciously vague in typical Minecraft fashion. So like you have no way to know what really happened. That's exactly what they like. They don't want to make it. They don't want to make it concrete as to how something went. Why did this thing happen? Were there real events? Is there a history? Like, nah, they don't want to. They don't want to set anything in stone. Warden's guarding the portal. I don't think that's the case. I think the Warden is just some crazy thing that's at the bottom of the world in, you know, the very specific biomes and stuff that it generates, and that's it. I'd be very shocked if we get a new dimension. That necessarily wouldn't be a bad thing. A new dimension might spice things up, but I wouldn't hold my breath if I were y'all. Like, I genuinely don't think that's going to happen. Also, I'm not satisfied with this. 2, 4, 6, 8. So let me get 8 more. Oh, I'm almost tapped out. Minecraft only gives you pieces of the story for you to build upon. Exactly, okay, man. Exactly. Fuck every dimension. I want sniffer armor. Spoken like a true hamster in a poncho. Man has a one-track mind, I swear to God. Next only to his hatred of Lady Agnes. If the ancient city does not have a portal, then why is there reinforced deep slate there? They probably won't ever give you a good answer. If the dragon egg, the fletching table, and what's another thing they've let go defunct? Like, whatever else you can think of that they were going to make and then just kind of quietly didn't make it. Yeah, if you've not learned your lesson by now, I don't know what to tell you. At a certain point, they stop making shit with the idea of that thing being useful for something else later. I'll never forgive them for the dragon egg. I'll never forgive them for the fletching table. We're just reinforced deep slate. What is that? I don't know. Doesn't exist in the minds of the devs. Like, that's just a block that's going to be there, and that's all there is to it. Whether or not it will ever see use is up to some future dev that may or may not be at Mojang. Personally, I would make it have a purpose, or at the very least make it craftable and have it be valuable that way. But I don't know. Overall, I wouldn't get worked up about a dimension. I wouldn't get worked up about like any of this shit, really. They are clearly going to do whatever they're going to do. And you and I are along for the ride. I'm going to crunch out the map art for the stream ends. Ooh! Is it very simple? Very easy? Or are you like, is it like complex and you've been working on this for a while? Like, what kind of map art? I gotta know. I want to see. Ow. Maybe there will be an end update that will add a new dimension. Honestly, they should just make that a new way to get into the end. Make the end fancy and interesting. And make those end city, or the ancient cities, connect to end cities in some way. And make that a one-way entrance into the end. Like, that would be cool. And you don't appear at the starting platform. Make it something else, you know? Like, that would be really cool. That would be a step in the right direction. Will they do it? Probably not. That would at least tie together two already known structures. It would make it. It would be an elegant solution to a problem a lot of people don't understand exists, and it would more or less just be pretty cool if executed correctly. Again, not holding my breath. Probably won't happen. But damn, wouldn't it be cool if it did happen, though? Okay, let's put all this up. Okay, let us go. Whoosh. I'm going to go visit Dark in a moment, because I've heard rumblings that Dark has built stuff. Or is building stuff. Hey, Pounds, thank you so much, man. Imagine a new dimension on 2B2T, it would be wild. Yeah, it would certainly be the first new dimension in, like, 12 to 13 years or something crazy. Uh-oh. You guys are stupid. Why'd you step into my basalt generator, you morons? I hope you die. Enjoy your crush to death. Anyway, yes, the ability to, like, make a new dimension, my bitch, would be an interesting thing for 2B2T. But I still say they just need to revamp the end. Maybe tie the ancient city to the end in some way. Make it interesting. I don't know. There is a really cool game that came out in 2019. It's called Black Mesa. And Black Mesa had a really neat end dimension style place that you visited, if you know anything about Half-Life. And that place was dope as hell. It was called Zen. And it was the most beautiful alien dimension I'd ever seen that was explicitly not another planet. It was an alien dimension. And, like, the end would be phenomenal if they just gave it a makeover like Zen from Black Mesa. If that's all they did, I'd be elated. Because that's the kind of... That's the kind of, like, really cool design philosophy that more games should be doing. Why am I missing a basalt? I was not missing a polished basalt a minute ago. What the fuck? I do not understand. Ooh. We got lightning. You had to sleep? Okay, take care, Fluffy Katie. Bye, L. Alligator. He called you the incorrect name, El Cayman. Also, you shouldn't call him L. Alligator. You should call him La Alligator. Because his name is El Cayman. La Alligator. Okay, seriously, where did that polished basalt go? Fuck. How much do I need to give you for a Pop Bob IRL name? I don't know. I don't have Pop Bob's IRL name. I have a name I think is his name, but it's probably not. So, like, it doesn't matter, really. I will say this. Years ago, when we killed Pop Bob at spawn, we got his stacked armor, and there was a, oh god, Chris Chan. Oh, don't make me think about that guy. Ooh. Anyway, there was this, this running joke that Pop Bob's name was Alan Schaefer. I've never had any confirmation on how real that is. It's probably fake. And, so we named the stacked armor the Alan Pop Bob Project as like a joke, poking fun at him. And then it like all got patched and it didn't matter. But yeah, so like supposedly his name is Alan Schaefer. I doubt it, personally. But whatever. To each their own. As for Chris Chan, oh, holy shit. So there is Tell. Also, kill that guy. Also, I'm gonna pilfer some iron blocks. Just you know, I'm just gonna do a little pilfer job there. You didn't see anything dark. No iron was taken this day. Probably. Wow. Oh, I love that door. Anyway, and yeah, Chris Chan has apparently made someone pregnant. And if that isn't just the herald of the end, I don't know what is. Who is Chris Chan? Oh my god. We have a pure and innocent soul, organic neem juice. You are very lucky you don't know who that is. You are so incredibly lucky. How does the generator work? It has soul soil and lava. Has lava sandwiched between soul soil on bottom and blue ice or packed ice. I think it's blue ice on top. And so it generates a line of basalt, the rough type of basalt, and then it just pushes it out and generates more. Ooh. Ah. Yee. Very dwarforific. Dwarfotistic. Dwarforific? I don't know. God, this place is fucking cool. Like, holy shit. I will never not be blown away by the sheer scale of how well made this is. Imagining into this cave with the famous dwarf song. Ooh, diggy diggy hole. I know, right? Oh, Delta shot. Holy shit. Thank you, man. You didn't have to do that. Build Skibbity toilet. I already did. This place is sick. I know. Dark Takanuva made this place. Holy hell, he is something else. He put, like, this hammer insignia into the wall. Like, damn, that looks good. And then whatever that's supposed to be, I don't know. I think that's a dwarf with some 2 crossed hammers. It's supposed to be a coat of arms. He showed it to me. Ooh, dwarven runes. Ooh, I hope he makes more runes. More dwarven runes. That is so awesome. He put soul soil under the floor so that everywhere you run, you have speed. If you've got soul speed on your boots. Okay, there's nothing cool in here. Yeah, wow. What's up top? Nothing, just the ceiling. Okay. Yeah, I had heard rumblings that he was, like, doing some really good stuff, and yeah, those rumblings were accurate. Holy crap, just look at this place. Oh, Delta shot. Thank you again, man. You don't have to do that. Please, I stole my mom's credit card to send this message. Build Fortnite Skibbity Elmo in Ohio looking at baby Gronk's cat. Could I get a pearl? Yeah. I don't know about that last bit, but as for the Skibbity toilet reference, I will show you the Skibbity toilet reference. Since you tipped Delta shot, I will show you where we built Skibbity toilet. Also, that is a very, very uninspiring and effortless shitpost. You next time, like, come up with a better one. That's all I'm gonna say. What did Jack just said? Well, Mr. Hamster, if you had opened your ears and attended streams, you would know that there's a Skibbity toilet reference in Escape the Jack Rooms. I was thinking about In the Hall of the Mountain King. Oh. I thought you meant Diggy Diggy Hole by the Yogscast, but never mind. Guess I'm just stupid. I mean, that's kind of like the quintessential Dwarven song anyway, so. I also stole my mom's credit card. Please build Pop Bob Fit MC Rule 34 map art. God, no. I would not build that for $100. Wink. Did I fly past the panes? Fine. I know the reference. I even put it on my slides. Good lord, it's payday, but at what cost? Yeah, I know, right? Very good point. Oh, shit. Did I overshoot? I think I overshot. I need to find familiar territory. Whoa. Cobblestone. Fell out of the fucking air. It's probably something I dropped, if I had to guess, and then I zoomed away too quickly. I don't know where I am. No, I've seriously overshot the base. What the fuck? Dropped the cobble and you got lost. Okay, fair. Sure would be a dick move to stop raining right about now. Oh, Poncho, thank you for your Mexican dollary dues. Okay. Give me just a moment. I will be right back to regularly scheduled program. Just give me a moment. God damn it, I really overshot. Okay. Got it. Make sure that did it. Okay, cool. Had to consult some things real quick so that I could figure out where I need to be. The missile knows at all times where it is because it knows where it is not. Fuck. Got lost at his own base. Well, it's more like I overshot. Which, considering, like, you can go out on, like, a diagonal somewhere. Yeah, you could overshoot easily. It's not too surprising. Like, the base is not very spread out. That said, however... Okay, I thought I was headed the right direction. There we go. Oh wow, that cart is still running. There we go. Reload them chunks. Jack, consider a lodestone. Yeah, I probably should. He butthole is open for kissing. What? Okay, that's weird. You're a weirdo. Please never message me again. Unless you're gonna not be a weirdo. Anyway, do you need that pearl load, Universin? Do you need the load of your pearl? MX is pesos, yes. Yeah. Bonk. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I was about to say, he crashed. Or not. Whichever. Maybe I should do a lodestone to the base. Good point. Oh, well, no, I can't, because if I moused over that, it would show coordinates, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, that would be a bad idea. Like, I already have waypoints on future, so it's not even like I need a lodestone compass. Also, I find that's kind of a waste of a netherite ingot. Yeah, no, I don't think that would be a good idea. Okay, what are we doing? Where are we at? What the hell? Oh, Joe Biden. I was like, wait, I saw Joe Biden out of the corner of my eye. Where was that? Yeah, okay, I'll take it. That's neat. I'll keep it. Let me cobble together a glow frame and then go and stick him in the museum. You are a waste of a netherite ingot. Uh-huh. No, you're a storybook. Props to you if you get that reference. Wherever will I hang the mug of Joe Biden? Boy, I just don't know. If only I had some more space with which to have my fucking shaders not clip the rain through the walls. What the hell? Anyway, if only I could hang up this art of Joseph R. Biden somewhere. Like right there. Here we go. Pretty good, honestly. They did a good job. I will not lie. Should probably throw that in the used items box. Snooze. Yeah, I know, right? It's Jover, I know, right? Museum bathroom. Oh, wow. Delta shot. Thank you. I think you should go for on the Ahegao wall. That would be funny. But no, I've got enough Ahegaos on that wall. Anyway, as I sat in the midst of my Ohio Riz class, sipping on my Grimace Shake from the skip... Grimace Shake? You've unironically made a Grimace Shake reference in the year of our Lord, 2024. I almost don't want to go and show you the Skibbity toilet now. Like, I almost don't wanna, but you paid money, so I will. Also, stop talking like that, please, for the love of God. Your mother was worried about you. Okay, I gotta turn off the shaders. It's destroying my frame rate down here. Please show the Ahegao wall. I already did. It's not special. Okay, where am I? I'm above where I want to be. Whoops. Right there. Here we are. Skibbity Biden and Skibbity Trump. But of course, this has been here for months at this point. So, well, maybe not the Donald Trump one, but the Skibbity Biden one's been around a while. So yeah, give us the Skibbity. Here you are. Got a villager poking out, and he looks remarkably similar in shape and size and make and all that to Joe Biden. It made me literally lose my shit when I first saw it. I was like, holy shit, that's such a good approximation. And then Trump, I mean, I won't say a jack-o'-lantern wielding pumpkin is exactly Donald Trump, but it's orange, you know. Maybe if you could make it wear a gold helmet as well as the jack-o'-lantern, maybe that would work, but I don't know. We don't have a good enough approximation. This is just like the closest thing that we'll ever reasonably have. So yeah. Pop. There we go. So there you have it. There is the Skibbity toilet reference in Escape the Jackrooms. So please stop talking in Zoomer as though it is funny or ironic. Unless your intent is to make us all cringe. In which case, I guess you've succeeded. Oh, it stopped raining. Fuck. You think you'd ever be too old to play Minecraft? No. Highly doubt I'll ever be too old. The whole point of playing Minecraft is to enjoy yourself, regardless of your age. I will say, I was already in my early 20s when the game came out. Fast forward to now, like, I'm in my mid-30s. Like, time has not been unkind. The game has done well. It didn't die on the vine. Made a lot of good friends. Got a really neat server that has, unfortunately, eaten up my life, but what can you do? And yeah, like, I have a lot of good memories, a lot of cool things that I got to do here. Like, I don't really have a right to complain, you know? Minecraft, as much as silly shit happens, as much as stuff happens that I don't want, or Mojang makes a boneheaded decision, or, you know, insert problem here. Just remember, these are all first world problems. In truth, we got to have a pretty cool game, you know? Like, I can't really complain about how Minecraft has been, even if some things are dumb as hell, like the sniffer. Some things have no function, like the dragon egg, the fletching table, probably soon the reinforced deep slate portal. Like, these things could be changed, yes, but we're doing pretty good, I would say. It could certainly be worse. So, all things considered, I'm just going to enjoy my life. Regardless of what comes, regardless of what happens, I'm just going to enjoy my life. And I'm going to continue making this Space Falcon-inspired tower. And I'll come back to y'all another day with some more shit. So yeah, Gen Z is good. Gen Z is marginal. Like, the members of Gen Z individually are fine. It just depends. Please don't include my great Gen in the stupid Gen Alpha stuff. Oh, right. I said talking like Zoomer. Yeah, that's Gen Alpha speak. Good point. Well, whatever. Minecraft will have a last update. I mean, there has to be a last update. No matter what it is, even if this damn game lasts 100 years, there's an end of the line somewhere, right? You may never know when that line will happen. You may be advertised, hey, we're not doing an update after this one. This next one will be the last one. That's life. It'll either come, and it'll be in your face, and it'll be over everywhere, and it'll be sticky and hot and messy, or it'll happen, and everyone will forget, and everyone will move on, and you'll never realize until years later that that was the last update. And that's just how life is, you know? You don't always get an advertisement that this is the end. Sometimes you do. Most of the times you don't. That's life. You just got to deal with that. So, at any rate, thank you guys so much for coming out and giving me a moment of your time. I do appreciate it. Especially to you guys who donated. I really appreciate it. Pounds and, oh my God, I've forgotten your name. Delta Shot. Thank you. Thank you, Delta Shot. Thank you, Pounds. I appreciate you both. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and subscribe and do all that stuff. Join our Discord, you know, all the junk YouTube wants you to do. And apart from that, I'm probably also going to start working on the episode of Storytime with Jack. That since all of my obligations up to this point are more or less over, I should probably start working on that episode now. So yeah, y'all have a good one. I will catch you all later. Goodbye.